In my last video, I talked about a strategy for creating change in your life that you desire, but you may be having some trouble finding the time or working into your routine. And I said that there was an important second part. So here it is. The important part, and this is for any kind of change, whether you decide to link it up with values or not, is to go slow. So often when people get into the mode of New Year's resolutions, for example, or they decide to have a major lifestyle revamp, they think big. They think like tomorrow is the day and everything changes. The reality is that any kind of change, even positive ones, even ones that support our mental and physical health or make our lives better, can feel like an attack on the body. It ignites a stress response. And so the key is to create change in small ways so that you're moving the needle subtly and you're not getting that survival response, that stress response in your physiology. Because when that happens, it requires a lot of energy to manage, and it can really create like a whiplash effect, or we end up sort of ping-ponging between extremes. And we live in this kind of world. The messaging and the way that our Western culture tends to work on our physiology is a very bipolar type of situation. It's like all or nothing. We feel really, really great, and then we crash and have to recover, right? And folks with chronic conditions and chronic pain will know this really well. So it's the same principle of being able to stay under threshold and be able to find subtle shifts. Ironically, what this actually does is it causes your threshold to grow. And people often think, I have to go through threshold, I have to push through, I have resistance, I have to find a way to make myself stronger, to beat myself up. The reality is that actually can have the opposite effect on your system. It can make your thresholds lower. When we're talking about a chronic pain situation, what happens in the body is we tend to get more sensitized. We do too much, and so the body goes, oh, I have to send the emergency signal sooner. So that means that the threshold for pain can get lower and lower and lower. But this can happen in other contexts as well if you don't have a chronic pain condition. So being able to stay underneath. In a sports situation, what this means is you don't go from sitting on the couch to running 20 miles the next day. What you do is maybe you go for a walk, and then you integrate, say, running for 30 seconds and then taking a walk break, and then lengthening those 30 seconds into a minute before you take a walk break, and then building on that minute to make it a little longer and a little longer and a little longer. And then that way your body can catch up. That way you are not triggering, as Steve Hoskinson says, the guard at the gate, right? And you are enabling your system to be able to grow and feel supported so that that change becomes about the long term. This isn't about one day. This is about years. So when you want to make a change in your life, think about something that you can do that is small and sustainable and start there. Then when you feel that you've integrated that into your life, you can start to build a little bit more. For example, when you're lifting weights, you're adding maybe 2.5 pounds or 5 pounds at a time. You're lowering your reps. You're keeping your growth sustainable so that you're not getting injured, so you're not getting burnt out. Whether you are trying to learn a new skill, you change that. If you want to change your sleep cycle, you just adjust it by a couple of minutes at a time. And then that way you can build in a routine that supports you and does not feel extreme on your body. Let me know how it goes. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you all again soon.